Hello and welcome to The Long Dark, my 500-day challenge. This is not where I left off. This is not even the same save file. Long story short, my save file got corrupted. And this got corrupted before I even thought to make an attempt to test mods. I wanted to add one mod for fishing, which I'll probably talk about in the future if I manage to get it, but essentially, I decided to start fresh, and I started fresh in Mountain Town because I have always struggled to find a hacksaw in this game. And Mountain Town has several places where a hacksaw can spawn. I was lucky enough to find 2 of everything with the tools. I have not been able to find any good weapons yet, unfortunately, which means that every time Fluffy decided to go after me, I was left having to use an axe or a knife. I have had to walk around in Mountain Town barefoot because of this, as I waited for deer skins to cure. So it has really been an ordeal, and I am so ready to leave Mountain Town with all of the mean fluffy kin and finally get to Mystery Lake. So, because I went back and forth 5 times with resources, I had to make more than one trek to and from locations to ensure that I am able to keep all of the tools and excess that I found, because when you are blessed with 8 spawns of a cooking pot, you are going to bring as many as you can, because there is a cooking achievement that I want to get eventually. But to go over sort of the basics for this playthrough, I'm trying to get to 500 days. I have gotten to the halfway point with that before game updated, save was thrown out by the game, and I had to start fresh. So my long-term plan is basically the acronym GAG. Grab and go. I am not going to be trying to live in one place for very long, with the exception of Mystery Lake. My long-term survival plan is fish, and more fish. Fish for food, fish oil for the lantern. That is my long-term plan. I am hoping to be able to get 100% crafted clothing and the bedroll. I have never had the opportunity to get that, and I am a little scared. There will be some very specific weapons that I want to get before I try that. But essentially, up until maybe day 100, 150, I'm going to be semi-nomadic. I'm going to be getting different bases set up, my HQ and the satellite bases, and then just travel between the 4 or 5 of them that I have, pillaging resources along the way. But for right now, I think until maybe day 60, I'm going to try to stay as close to the main HQ as possible, getting birch and maple saplings cured so that I can get a good stockpile of bow, backup bow, and arrows. And then when I'm ready, I am going to make the agonizing trip into Forlorn Muskeg to get some crafted tools, arrowheads, all of those things, because I know I will eventually need them, because bullets are going to be my backup, not my main weaponry and hunting method. I will be going into some maps that I've never gone into before. The map below Carter Dam I've never been in, so I'm going to try to mess around in there. Hopefully. But yeah, 500 days. Started off good with the resources so far, though I need more food. So let's hop to live me during recording and not editing me. So I've just done a stupid. So what a moment to record. I was trying to get to the lookout point, and I am going to abort the plan. I'm going to go back inside. So, hello. I've been in Mystery Lake for a few days. Let's see. Is it safe to do this here? Oh, well, I'll still do it. So, I am now on day 21, 20, yeah, 21, I think is how that works. So, let me get where it's safe. I don't trust the Fluffykin. My time in Mountain Town was ridiculous. It has made me distrust the wild canid. Alright, so while I fix myself up. Okay. So basically, I got here. Let's see, what day did I get here? I got here day 12, 13, let's say. Because I did some of the moving of stuff at night. And I was around the trapper's cabin for, I think, 3-4 days. And as I was trying to fill out the map, I found my way to my preferred base, which is, what are we? Camp office. So I have been here for 2 days, 3 days, and I've been busy. We have all of the firewood stuff, fire making material, and water. My hope is that this entire length, maybe to about here, is just water. Both up here, down there, and then just a little bit that I keep up at the top for when I walk in the door. Normally I go in through that door. And then I've got some more stuff. Basically, I keep things like shelves together, usually if I can, because I put stuff on it. Because to put everything on the ground gets very, very messy after a while. As you can see with all of the tinder plugs, cattail heads, the firewood, the sticks, and the charcoal and clothing. I did get a deer. Basically, this save file has been very kind to me. Observe. And I think this is because I started in Mountain Town. I've had the easiest time ever in Mystery Lake. So, I have got a deer. And I caught, I don't know what it is in kg, I converted it on my phone. I basically caught 100 pounds of fish. And me being the stubborn, bullheaded person that I am in this game, I did not take multiple trips. I took one single trip and just slow walked the entire way here. So let's go back inside and I'll show you the map, because this is kind of the explanation of how I play this game. I try to have several bases every map. So for Mystery Lake, I have 2. So we have the Trapper's Homestead, down here. I marked where the birch saplings are. I need to go over to here to find where the birch saplings and maple saplings are. I didn't think to grab the map that's on the wiki. I figured, I'll just wander around because I need to do resource gathering. I need to get more mushrooms. I need to get more firewood. But this is the big part. So my big plan for this playthrough to get to 500 days is fish. Fish, and more fish. And I've marked the... Hello, puppy. We have a dog. I've marked the ice fishing hole hut that has a door. I do this in every single playthrough that I have done in this game, because whenever I try to do fishing in a hut that does not have a door, I end up freezing to death, even if I have the little wood stove going. So I marked that. I need to get some more fishing line made. I think my fishing tackle broke last time I was out there. Let's see. Yeah, so I need to get... Oh no, I still have one. Okay, good. I can maybe... I'm not going to be doing a lot of grindy stuff on camera, simply because that's not good entertainment for you all. But essentially, I'm hoping to have just like a basic setup. So it's like, I do want to have snares because I want rabbit fur, and the rabbits are up in here. Hence why I was trying to get up here like an idiot the long way. I should just do the climbing rope. But I need to figure out the clothing situation long term, because this is a custom difficulty challenge, and I have it set to gradually getting colder. Now, from my experience playing this game, the clothes that you craft and the bedroll that you craft is way superior than any modern clothing that you find. So, for example, the bearskin coat is +6 Celsius, and what I am currently wearing gives me +3, +0.5, +2.5, and +1. So the coat would just be this. So that's 3 more Celsius than what I currently have. And then, let's see, what's the other thing that I always go for? Pants. So that's +2. I have +1. I do have a +2. Those are snow pants, but I think the deerskin pants go here. And because of all of the encounters with Fluffykin in Mountain Town, I want to have as many clothing options as possible, because Fluffy killed my boots. Fluffykin destroyed my boots, and I had to walk around Mountain Town for a little while barefoot as I looked for new boots. So I really, really, really need to figure out the clothing stuff for crafting. And then while I'm at it, I do want the moose hide cloak. I just want to have all of the craftable clothing. And then, let's see, where's the other thingy that I wanted to make? It's not the bearskin bedroll. I want the backpack. Here we go. Satchel. I want the satchel. Bad. I am tired of slow walking. I may, once I have a better setup for just basic survival long distances, I might go for the backpack. I don't know. I don't like going on that map. That map sucks. But I am having so much pain doing the slow walk and doing multiple trips back and forth that I'm willing to entertain the idea. Maybe around a day 100, 150. Dog, what are you doing? Okay, we have a friend. Hey, what are you doing? I better let her out. Hang on. Well, dog apparently does not want out. She just wants attention and snacks. So, back to what I was saying. I might go for the spawn stuff, like the crampons and the backpack stuff. But that's going to be way later on. I want to craft everything that I can craft. And thankfully, the game was very merciful because I have a gun. I have 2 guns. One is on me and one is at the cabin, trapper's cabin. And the one at the trapper's is a rifle. I have no rifle ammo. I did have revolver ammo. Hence the fact that I have a deer gut and I don't know how much food. I grabbed all of the food off of it possible. So I need to do a little bit more of that stuff. But I'm pretty well set up on food as long as I have ways to cook it. And I'm just working on creating a really good setup for water. So let's just go foraging for a tiny bit. And I will eventually get to Carter Dam. Eventually, I will go there and try to pillage, let's say, all of the raw materials, because there is a lot of metal there. There is a lot of wood. When I go there, I'm going there for the raw resources. Mostly the metal, I feel. I don't want to go by the train. Let's see. Where's that? Oh, shit. Okay. I guess I'm going to go close to the train. I should have done this before I left. Okay, I have the sounds right. It's just my speaker's low. Okay, confirm. Dog, when the wolf howls, you are going to be knocking my chair over, aren't you? Well, I guess it's not a recording of Long Dark or any survival game without the doggo with me. But I'm basically trying to get all of the crafting materials I need for the days when there's snowstorms. Because there was a 1.5 day storm that got me stuck inside for a little bit. And come on, I didn't do much. Game. Seriously, I did not do much. I picked up 3 things. Come on, we're not that much of a weakling. I want a sled. And I would love to find some huskies so that there's the option of the husky can pull it or I can pull it. But I want a sled just to put my stuff in. Heck, I would even take, like, it'd be hell inefficient, but, you know, blanket on the ground, tie it into a bundle, and then just drag it behind me. It would be very inefficient because the blanket would get sopping wet and heavy, but I would take that over what I'm doing right now. so much. There's so many things that when you get right down to it for long-term survival in this game, you think of like 1,000,001 things for efficiency. Like for me, it's furniture. Because, well, let me dump the stuff that's giving me a little bit of a slow walk. Yeah, you got stuck. Yeah, puppy. I'm going to be sassing my dog this whole episode, I bet. Okay. Sprain ankle risk is gone. So, in this building, we have bunk beds. And we also have a better stove, but I would love to have the ability to steal furniture from places and move them where I want it. So it's like this shelf. I would love to be able to put it up against that wall back there where the calendar is. And I would love to have the ability to grab a mattress or a bed and literally put it downstairs here. Even, you know, to be able to move the configuration of some of the counter, table, top, whatever things here. Because I want to not dump everything on the floor this playthrough, because it does suck when you have to try to find stuff. And I just want to be a little bit cleaner this run with things. But yeah, it's like if we could move furniture around to create a really good base, there's a lot of stuff that we could do. Because, you know, we can move things like this. You know, we can move this. Why can't we move the furniture? And so forth. Because if we could do that, there could be like multiple things to just make a base really, really efficient for like those really ridiculous, like 1,000 plus day challenges that I keep seeing everybody post about. Okay, is there anything close to me? There's a storm about to happen. I don't think I have everything around here. I think I'm going to grab food, cook food, and then just brace for the storm, I guess. Come on, you weakling! We picked up one fish. Oh my gosh. This is not me in real life, please. Okay, let's pick up some firewood. See, one thing that I would love to do in this base is have like 20 days worth of firewood for the stove down here and the stove upstairs. Come on. I don't want to use all of my accelerants. But I would love to be able to have like 20-day wood for the stove downstairs and the stove upstairs, so that I could legitimately have food cooking on one and water cooking on the other. Because that would be absolute luxury. Because I always try to have like, what, no, it's not going to be 30 days worth of water. Maybe like 10 days of water at a time, but at the trapper cabin, homestead, however we want to call it, I went really ridiculous on the water because there's 2 burners on that stove, like the one upstairs. So it would just be wonderful to be able to have like gobs and gobs of fuel. And the thing that I wish this game really had, I'm going to be saying the phrase so much, but I wish we had kerosene lanterns, or just the lamps, like the old-timey turn of the century lamps that just sit down, because it would be wonderful to have more than just the storm lantern for light when it gets dark, because it's not yet night. And if not for having the stove, I would probably be pulling out my storm lantern and just trying to figure out what to do. Because for me, because I have the habit of, I start the water, I sleep for 2 hours, then I wake up, get the water, and start it all over again. My sleep cycle in this game is always messed up. So it's like, you know, if the food took an hour to cook, I would legitimately just open up my bedroll, take a nap for an hour, wake up, grab food, eat food, put water on, and then go back to sleep for 2 hours. That's how I play this game. I ignore the day-night cycle completely in this game, even though it's probably riskier to do that, but it just makes sense, because sometimes you're not always going to have crafting tasks that match what you have on the stove. So it's like, you know, it's 2 hours for the snow. I need the lantern to do this. So it's like, if I had a crafting task that I could do with lamplight that took 2 hours, I would legitimately do that, because in this game you constantly need to be doing stuff. Because if you're not, you're kind of screwed. But, okay. Let's top off on the water. I'm going to feed the fire, nap for 2 hours, and then see where I'm at from there. But it's like, oh, I don't need to do that. It's 4 hours. I'll do it anyway. I'll just add 1. Right, so let's... And it's like, I know sleeping in a bed is better, but I don't want to walk up and down that stairs in the dark. Because even though I have fish oil for lantern fuel... Nope, I did the wrong button. Curses. It's like, if we could drag mattresses where we want and furniture, this would be really, really fun. I mean, at that point, it's kind of getting into really realistic long-term survival. Okay. Grab the water, and I'll just dump this stuff in the morning. Okay, so I can put another log on the fire, and then sleep for 2 more hours. But see how I'm saying I'm screwing up my sleep cycle in this game? And see, one of the options that I had for really bad difficulty, like, you like to have punishment is, and I'll put a arrow key, a little arrow where it goes. There was an option in the custom game options where you can't sleep when you're, I don't know what we call that officially, that icon with the eye. Because once that gets full, there was an option of you can't sleep. I could have done that, but I wanted to be a little bit merciful because this is 500 days plus challenge. I mean, if I can get past that, wonderful. If not, fair. Okay, I think I'm just gonna let the fire die. I want to conserve my stuff. And I'm just gonna sleep till dawn. Just to kill time. Because until I have enough oil for like 3 to 5 full jerry cans, I'm not going to be messing around. Okay, we're almost at dawn. I'm just going to do a little bit with the storm lantern. And let's put the water away. So I'm starting over here. Nope, wrong button. Here we go. But yeah, I'm dropping all the water because I'm not going very, very far today. I might just take, yeah, half a liter sounds fair. Because I need to get more wood. And off screen I'll do the fishing stuff because that's painful. Because you're just sitting there kind of twiddling your thumbs for a little bit. Alright, so this is, well, we've got dawn. So let's get positioned to leave. Now, I know of a prepper cache. Oh. Oh boy, this could get worse. In that case, I don't want to go far. So, what I probably will do, let's see. Let's go to where there's normally some wood. This is so stupid. Do not do this in real life. If you do this in real life, you will probably end up very unhappy because you will not be alive. Yeah, storm stuff like this can get out of hand really quick, both in real life and in the game. But because I've made my main base where I can follow the electric lines, I technically have like that old-timey thing that you hear about homesteads where it's like before a storm they tied rope between the house and the barn to make sure people didn't, get lost and freeze to death and such. And I already, nope, there's one left. Yeah. But yeah, because I like having that as my base, if I can find my orientation on the rail tracks, I can find my way home. I can find my way home, no problem. It's just a matter of finding where the side chute for the electric line. And I've read that you can take spray paint and just mark paths, and I might end up doing that. I've been finding a ridiculous amount of spray paint, so I might end up, like, my frequently used paths to, like, between bases, between resource-rich areas, I might end up doing that. We'll see what it's like, because I'm trying to memorize, like, Mystery Lake map as much as possible, and a few other maps, but when you have a whiteout, all knowledge of maps kind of go out the window, because your visibility is crap. Alright, so we have one thing over here. Well, since it's going to be snowing, I can get set up with making a bunch of water and crafting, because I do have some cured birch, so I can try to make arrow shafts. I don't have enough arrowheads. I need to work towards that, so that's another reason to hoard a bunch of metal and then make the ever-long walk to Forlorn Muskeg for the forge. And I really wish, like, there was a way to find, like, something you can make for a forge, because historically there are so many easy forge methods. I mean, when we think about, like, the possible first ever forge that they did for, like, bronze and such, I mean, you're talking about a hole in the ground with a little offshoot for air, and then you're putting stuff down in that pit of unhappy fire, and then you're pulling the stuff out to pour into molds that you've made in sand. You know, that's very basic. Is it something realistic? No, because bronze requires copper and tin, and there are not that very many places in the world where you can get tin. Hence the fact that the Romans did a bunch of shit for it. But by that point, bronze was kind of, like, what, decorative or something? Okay. Let's see. What is making me heavy? It's probably the water. Yeah. And once I have good pathways set up, one thing I'll probably do is just, like, take what I need for the day and come back, because Mystery Lake is not that complicated of a map, which is why I kind of want to be here long term. I mean, for difficulty's sake, I will absolutely go to the ridiculous places for tough survival and so forth, but, you know, I've done the custom setting for this map. I have said, you know, have the wildlife regenerate after, you know, blah 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 days. Have certain things happen here and there. Okay, so 30 minutes. Let's do 1 hour worth. I should do the stuff upstairs as well, but I'd have to run up and down the stairs. That does not sound fun. Okay, arrow shafts. I need to find more crow feathers, which I think means I need to find more bodies. Or more dead creatures out in the world. And one comment, I was surprised when I walked in here and the normal corpse is not in the corner. That was kind of a surprise. I've never had that happen with this spawn. But, okay. You know what? There's a crafting thing I can do with paper, can't I? Yes, I can make tinder plugs. So I shall do that. I need to double check on the wiki how to do certain crafting stuff, because I'm trying to figure out where I put certain materials for, like, making bullets, making the forge stuff. And once I get better weapons, I think I will start mapping Forlorn Muskeg a bit, because traveling on the ice, there's very specific paths. I had to use a map. So if I could realistically mark the best path forward between, well, the best path between the forge and the exit for Mystery Lake, that'd be wonderful. It would still be a really hard journey, but I feel like compared to the other maps that have the forge, that is the easier one to get to, because I've hoarded every bit of coal that I found. And let's see, this is charcoal, that's charcoal. Okay, the coal's at the other place. It's just easier to try to figure out, you know, multiple things. And this is kind of where I get into the, I wish there was more furniture building options for, say, base building. Because Forlorn Muskeg is very mean. You don't have very many places that work great when traveling in it. So you're dealing with a lot of unhappiness there with the cold. Let's see, let's move this up here. Okay, I think once I finish filling this bay, I'll just finish this little half there and then just leave it be, because this is more than a week's worth of water, I think, if I'm smart. Because I still have sodas, I still have tea, all hail the tea, and I have some soups. Speaking of such, I don't need to be carrying all of this on me. So let's remove some of this stuff. I should probably be putting it into one of the containers, but this is the stuff I'm going to be eating up first, I think. Or taking with me on little excursions. Okay. Let's see. I don't need to mend my clothes, so I don't need to make cloth. Let's see. How 23% cured. So that's after 1.5 days, I want to say. I do need to find the hammer, I think they're calling it, so that I can crack acorns open. I think there's one that spawns in Carter Dam. I'm not 100% sure. I'll tear down the curtains. We don't need them. We need all the natural light possible, plus anything that comes through the windows when there is the aurora. And that's another thing with this file. I have marked more frequent aurora nights, which will be interesting, granted. Because it means that I have a reason to keep the flashlight on me at all times. Normally, it's not worth it. But because I put a lot of, I think it's like I'm getting it every 4 nights or something, it's worth it. And another great thing about having a basin here is you get a little bit of light. Little bit of light. It's not enough light, granted, but you get a little bit of light. And that is so worth it in the end. Alright. Let's see, how is outside doing? Please be a blizzard, because, okay, there's no blizzard. Okay, I can do stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna drop. Well, I better go in, water, food, and then go. I think... what to do? That's the question. What to do with the stuff. And I'll take one with me. I spoke too soon. Oh, I can't go until that's done. Oh, it is done. Okay, good. So... oh, it's unsafe water. Never mind. I read wrong. Well, how much? 30 hour. Iron till boiled. I'm gonna have to linger. Oh well. Well, I can at least try to get some stuff done. But man, this game on the weather is so weird. Sometimes it goes quickly, sometimes it doesn't. But I think I'm going to just keep working on base building for the next few days in game, because I want to find a safe path up there to get some bunnies, because I want some rabbit fur gloves, and then I want to get the lookout thingy over there. I need to find the key for the thing in the cave. So I think I need to go to Carter Dam the next episode, because I think it's time to do that. Yeah, I'll probably make a run to Carter Dam in the next episode, or just start from there, to be honest. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to film this so that it's a little engaging, but eventually we'll get to the grab and go part of how I play. But right now I'm just trying to keep things chill. After being attacked by 4 fluffykin, I want a little bit of chill before I take on the anxiety again of having to be careful when I walk. But because I have the revolver, I will probably be getting some more fur, like more deer meat. If I can find the moose, I will try to get the moose. But I can't remember where the moose spawns in Mystery Lake. I think it's changed. But if I need to get a moose, I can pop over to where I know it is in Forlorn Muskeg, maybe? Maybe not. I don't want to go there. It's tense and scary, and I want chill cabin core for a little bit. So, thank you for listening. I shall see you next time when it's time to turn up the scale of difficulty. Bye-bye.